So you're trying to enjoy a cigar, you just lit up at the lounge or maybe hanging out with some friends, and then this happens. The fated uneven burn. How do you deal with an uneven burn? Is it the end of your cigar? Should you just put it out and start something new? Well, we're going to answer those questions. You are watching Oakland Tobacconist. Thank you everyone for joining me. My name is Eric. Don't forget to please comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell to make certain you are alerted every time we produce new content. If you're interested in a whole host of boutique cigars, some of the most interesting complex cigars out there, maybe made by the smallerish companies, check us out, you know where to find us. I'm smoking an awesome cigar, great start, great smoke output. However, I've run into a little bit of a snag. And this is something that you've probably encountered yourself, and you may be wondering what exactly to do about this scenario. And that is the uneven burn. While you're trying to enjoy your cigar and on all ends it looks like it's going just well, there's a very uneven line that's running down your cigar, or perhaps it's burning really wonky. And of course, you're not sure how you should react to this. Do you ash it and restart again? Do you touch it up? Or do you just throw the cigar out? Is that the end of the cigar? Now, there are a lot of factors of what goes into an uneven burn or issues with that. And that could be storage, that could be climate, that could be when you lit it, is it windy outside, so many different factors. But at the base, it's very important to remember, this is a handmade product. And what I mean by that is that a cigar goes through 300 hands or more before it reaches you. This is a very artisan product. It is something that is created purely by hand from the time that it's planted into the soil, from the time that it is grown, picked, cured, fermented, the whole 9 yards. This is 100% made by hand. So there is a margin of error. With that said, that doesn't mean that every cigar you light up should encounter this issue. In fact, there's a lot of tradition, technique, really good skilled craftsmanship that goes into blending a cigar and crafting a cigar. So it's not like you should be buying a box of cigars and 60% of them all have issues. If that's the case, there's a problem with that batch. That being said, we get to more of storage issues. How are you storing the cigar? If this cigar maybe travels from one point of the country to the other, and then perhaps to a friend's house or another location, is constantly juggled back and forth, that may affect the way it burns, the way it smokes. So of course, trying to keep this in a climate sealed, relative humidity, Boveda concealed package, that's gonna help that, but it's still gonna play a factor when you go to burn that cigar. Secondly, is it really windy outside? Are you smoking this on your porch outside? Are you smoking it maybe on a walking the dog? Wind can definitely affect the way the cigar is going to burn. Sometimes if I'm outside and I've noticed the breeze and it's starting to burn a little uneven, I'll rotate the cigar, maybe hit that wind on another angle. However, those are several factors that can contribute to an uneven burn. But we get to the problem. Do we throw the cigar out, or is there a way to fix it? There's a few tips I want to give you that might assist you in this issue. First off, if you notice it start to burn uneven, I've seen a lot of people, men, women, here at the shop that'll start to burn uneven and they don't do anything about it. They'll just continue to smoke it. And unfortunately, that burn will continue its path on one side while the other side is completely even until it just gets ridiculous and you have a shelf. This is something you want to avoid. What I normally do when it starts to burn a little uneven and it's not too dramatic, I'll simply take my cigar and I'll take my lighter and I'll burn the outside edge to sort of catch up. Because what can be happening here is that some of the tobaccos are burning quicker than the wrapper on the outside, or vice versa. So you want to sort of jumpstart that wrapper so that you're getting it to burn at the same time, but also trying to even that burn out. That is your first move to be fail-safe and fix that uneven burn. Touch it up. If you notice it starting to go a little wonky, go to the sides it's not burning and sort of jumpstart the wrapper and try to even that burn line out. 9 times out of 10, if you've noticed it early enough, it's going to fix the issue. You might have to do it a few times as you smoke it. However, it does come really in handy, and you're not ending up with one full side of unburnt tobacco and one full side running up to your fingers. Secondly, let's say the burn is just not going to work. Even with the ash on, it might fall on you. It's just so uneven. So another technique I'll do if we're a little far beyond is I will ash the cigar, and you want to just ash it gently. Get all off the extra, and then you're gonna jumpstart and light that, and maybe even give it a purge. What I mean by purge is that instead of bringing the tobacco in, you blow through the tobacco. you'll see that flame on the end. That is purging the cigar. That is getting rid of all those acrid, ashy notes in there. After you've ashed it, sort of basically give it a purge and then burn it even where it needs to catch up. And right there, seems like it's working for now. That's another way to try it, is that you can simply ash it and sort of restart and make certain you do that purge so it's not going to be too acrid when you relight it up. Now, lastly, I'll leave you with this. If it's a poorly constructed cigar, or if it's been through the ringer with climate and weather and change and wind and all those things, maybe you're just tired of fighting that particular cigar. There is no difficulty or issue if you say, you know what, I've gotten at least halfway through, it's not going to work, I'm going to have to restart something else. Sometimes that just happens. Whether it's a poorly constructed cigar or whether the roller that day was just having a really bad day and it unfortunately made its way into the cigar, sometimes there's just no way around it. We've dealt with things of tight draws, cigars that produce no smoke. Sometimes an uneven burn is one of those problems. Drop down in the comments, what is your experience on the uneven burn bin, and how are several of the techniques that you do to fix it? Most of all, I would say keep an eye on the burn line. If you notice it in the beginning, it's the easiest time to catch it and perhaps fix your cigar. Don't sit there and wait to burn completely uneven and say, you know what, this is a bad cigar, it doesn't burn even. It's 100% made by hand, moving through over 300 hands. This is an artisan project, and sometimes you're going to encounter some flaws, some irreparable, and some that are easy to work with. As always, thank you for watching. We will see you next time on Oakland Tobacconist.